In this country, murder is not considered a crime, but theft is punished by immediate execution. It was precisely this extreme legal system that drew the man here. He left his quiet, stable hometown for the sole purpose of killing without restraint. Kino could tell at a glance that something was seriously wrong with him mentally. To avoid trouble, she calmly refused his request to travel together and walked away. Before entering the country, Kino instinctively touched the gun she carried, as if bracing herself mentally. Sure enough, at the city gate, border officials warned her killing was permitted here, and once she entered, she alone would bear the consequences. Kino said she had already made up her mind. According to rumors, this country should have been littered with corpses, but when she actually crossed the border, the sight before her left her stunned. The streets were peaceful, the residents kind, and police were rarely seen. Shops stayed open at night, yet no one stole anything. This didn't feel like a city of violence. It felt more like a happy nation. Even so, Kino remained cautious, and slept with her gun close at hand. The next day, after walking through the town, she finally noticed something strange. Everyone appeared gentle, yet no matter where they were, each person carried a lethal weapon. Just then, a familiar roar sounded behind her. The blonde man appeared again, resentful after being rejected. He threatened Kino in the street, demanding her belongings, or he would kill her. The moment the words left his mouth, the street fell silent. Residents retreated indoors, watching calmly from a distance. Kino ignored the threat, and simply rolled behind a vehicle for cover. This completely enraged him. Just as a gunshot was about to ring out, a woman on the second floor suddenly fired. Immediately afterward, the residents emerged together, surrounding the blonde man. Their expressions were calm, as if this were nothing new. He tried to fight back, but was quickly subdued. By the time he realized something was wrong, a blade had already pierced his heart. The body collapsed to the ground, blood spreading outward, yet the residents showed no reaction. Kino finally understood. Killing was indeed allowed here, but every act of violence served only one purpose: to maintain absolute order. At some point, the outside world had misunderstood this place, believing murder was unrestricted. Many entered with that illusion, only to discover a cruelty worse than hell. Kino left the country. On her journey, she met a man who had killed many people just to survive, and now only wanted a safe place to spend his final years. He asked Kino whether that country was truly livable.
間違いないです。どれほどかはあなたの感覚にもよりますけれど。
It was a nation that was always on the move. From the outside, it looked like a giant smokestack, but inside stood towering buildings, with spring-like weather all year round. The residents didn't need to work. Each day was devoted solely to enjoyment. But all of this beauty was built on destruction. The moving fortress crushed everything in its path. Forests, rivers, nothing was spared. The diplomat made no attempt to hide it, proudly stating that their energy supply was excessive, and constant movement was the only way to expend it. Suddenly, alarms blared. Another nation's territory lay ahead. Inside the command center, the opposing general demanded the fortress change course. The diplomat countered by proposing they simply pass straight through the country. The attack began immediately. The fortress activated its defenses. Artillery fire had no effect.